Okay.
Okay, let's now start using BPay to actually take a payment. So the first thing we need to do is open a web browser and type in the BPaid address, which is www.bpaid. You see that I've got it here before. I'll just select it and it will take me through to the BPaid website. I then need to log in using the details that I set up with. So it was Joe at blogs.co.uk, and then I need to put in my password, which wasn't quite right. And then it will log me onto my dashboard. So on the dashboard, I've got the steps that I've already taken in actually loading up the application. I've also got a history of actual purchases that I've taken before. So I've got not paid, those taken by card, those taken by cash. And then also on my dashboard, I've got a catalogue. And this is where I actually register all the items that I wish to sell. So a number of items are down here. If I wish to add an item, I simply press add, and then I can add an item here. So it might be that I might want to sell a greeting card, and that greeting card will cost £2.40. I simply save that, and then it adds to my catalogue. In terms of payment gateway, we've already set up a payment gateway with PayPal, so that's already done, and we don't need to worry about that. One other thing within the actual desktop is we can actually update our account. Now within the account settings, we can do various things. For instance, if we are VAT registered, we can go in and change and put in a VAT registration number. We can also change things such as our passwords and other things as well. But in this instance, we'll actually go back to the main site itself. So let's make a payment now. Now in order to make a payment, we need to press apps. Before we do that, I'm just going to show you one useful tip. We might want to go back to this dashboard and actually add more catalogue items. Now you can do this within different devices in different ways. For the iPhone, you press the plus button at the bottom. For other items like the Galaxies, you can add it to your home page using their instructions. But simply with iPhone, we press the plus, we press the add, and then we can call it whatever we want. So let's call this what it is, which is a dash, and we'll forget the board, we'll just save it as that, we'll add it, and then that will actually appear on our home page. So whenever we want to go back to the BPaid dashboard, we just simply select that button there. But in this instance, we're going to go back to the Safari window and actually carry on where we left off, so we're not having to log in at all. So let's go back to the apps. Now this is where it actually will launch the way that we can pay. And here we've got BPaid Mobile and we've got BPaid Desktop. Obviously we're not on a desktop, we are using a mobile device. We're using an iPhone, but you can see here that it will work for things like iPads, Androids, Blackberries, and other things that are compatible. So let's just select that, and then it will open up a catalogue. Now again, in the same way that we did before, let's save that to our home page. Let's call it BPaid Mobile, for instance, and then we can add, and that will go through to our home page. So if we ever want to like bring up the application very quickly, we can just select that. Okay, so let's take a payment. We've got a series of items here that we can choose from, and just simply by pressing them, we can actually include them in the items that we're going to sell to our customer. There's the greeting card that we added earlier, and all the items are adding up and showing here on the top right. Now if we wanted to take cash, we could just press the cash button, and the benefit of pressing the cash button is that BPay will record all orders that you take, and also it has a rather nifty change calculator. So if we would take £100, it would tell us that we need to give the customer £46.10 of change. But in this instance, what we're going to do is actually process a card payment. So for this, we press process, and then it takes us through to the customer details page. Now if we'd taken the customer's details before, it brings up the customer's email address, and we just simply select, and it pre-populates all the address details and contact details of that particular customer. If we haven't, we need to add in their email, their surname and their postcode, and with a nifty postcode lookup within BPaid, it will find their address for them. You just need to select either the name or number of the house. So let's continue and actually take a payment. Now we've got three ways to actually take a payment. We can either give the customer the web address here, which is b-paid.com/gateway/ and a 10-digit PIN, and we could actually give that to them over the phone or even text. They could then go to that link, put in the PIN, pay the amount, and then you would get an email to say that the money had been transferred to your account, and the customer would get an email receipt to say that the money had gone from their account to pay you. We could email a link to the customer, and in the same way the customer will follow that link and then pay the amount, and then an email would be sent to you to confirm transfer of funds, and the customer will get a paperless email receipt. But let's choose this option here, which is the customer review. So we'd actually give this to the customer and they could review it themselves. This would take them off to this page here, and there's a number of statements and conditions that they could read if they wanted. We've set up here with SagePay and PayPal, but in this instance we're going to pay by PayPal. So the customer simply select PayPal, and then it would take them a few seconds to go through to PayPal's secure servers. They would then follow the instructions, and once the money had been transferred again, you would get a receipt to confirm transfer of funds, and the customer would receive a receipt. That's it. Job done. Thank you.